Hello. To start and understand these moments properly, I will make a brief introduction. All this content is based on the experiences I go through as a new user of Unreal Engine in creating my own game. A game in the third person, where you have to escape from each room going through several events with unexpected endings, also having an interesting story, games that test you at every level. The best description, a twisted escape room with a storyline. Well, let's get to work and open the project. I wanted to have a lab-like light source, so I made one. I created a blueprint, my first one, and I started playing with it. I created a room where I added it to the ceiling so that I have a bright room. That's what the room looks like, pretty good. I created different ways to open a door, mostly to understand how it works. The first has some problems, but I did not try to solve them because the second is the best to use. The latter has the same mechanics but retracts to the right. I downloaded some free projects and added them to my project. I started to modify the walls, the ceiling, and some materials. I started modeling a wall, with different door positions. I downloaded some projects again, created a frame on the middle wall and added decorations to my room. I created a box that throws objects and added more to the room. I added a switch, worked with reading the buttons and changing the color on /off plus timeline detection to change the position of the smooth switch. A TV that works, with a switch, learned how to connect objects and how to create media files. And that's what I've been doing all day.
Wonderland of snow.
I started working on character. I downloaded animations and models from Mixamo. Don't forget to check this box. After some tutorials I managed to add a character. A lot of time spent editing the animations, a different skeleton, the game starts to go hard. Sorry for this clip, I did not review the result at that time. I ended the day with a jumping bug. I created a new project, where I added the animations and modified them. I added the crouch movement, it looks pretty good. A crouch problem has arisen, the animation does not move from motion to motion. These are the animations from this point. I solved the problem with crouch. This is how the jumping animation looks. Not very good, right? Does that look better now? And now I was going to say stop editing animations. I found some tutorials on the net about root animation and I ended up changing the animations unintentionally. But I managed to save some at the end of the day. I became more and more obsessed with having a smooth animation, and I continued working on animations for a few more days. I introduced blend space animations using the speed of the character. The transition between stationary, walking and running is very smooth. Here I will show you at a high speed a piece of the edits made. This is the end result. Big update, I deleted the whole movement tree and made a new one. I created a more complex bled space, using the fact that I know when the character sits down and gets up. I added animations, and now every step is directly led to the crouch and standing. Look smooth. Last day to work on these animations. I worked especially on jumps. I tried to make the character not look so mechanical when it changes direction in the air. I added a height sensor to have a different animation depending on the height from which you jump. I added interaction emote, he extends his hand nicely. And I started working on the chair sitting animation.
Consumul de alcool până la vârsta de 18 ani dăunează grav dezvoltării creierului.
chair should be red, the animation starts to look okay. I tried to see if the chair knew when I was in front of it. I add more chairs and try to see how it works. Each seed shows me what position it is in relation to the starting position of the character. It turns out not very well, because I was trying to calculate the position relative to the character's chair. I will try to upload a video weekly or in maximum 10 days from the loading of each episode with the evolution of the project. So keep an eye on the channel, and if you have any questions or good ideas, write me in the comments.